Alright, what's up YouTube, this is SPADE here, back again with my Phoenix Wright Let's Play. And last time we left on this cliffhanger, and we should now present something, some kind of evidence that proves that Mr. Buzz wasn't just hearing things. And let's just go through the stuff that we have. A camera, face the lake, blah blah blah. Takes a picture whenever a loud noise is detected. We know this stuff already. We have this autopsy report, lake photo, taken automatically on 12:15 AM. And then we have, wait a minute, second lake photo shows an empty lake, taken automatically at 11:50. Do you guys see something with this photo that could be interesting? Yes. It is all coming to me now. So, Larry was listening to that radio show, and in that the announcer said it's almost Christmas Eve. It's almost yes, it's almost Christmas Eve. So this time, basically, if it was just around 12, yes. I'm kinda rambling now and trying to work hard to make my points across. Anyways, I was just doing some Minecraft with DMAC, and then there's a live stream going on. I'm gonna join that soon, but I really have to finish this before I go there again. So, anyways, I wanna get this recorded now. So, why am I rambling about random stuff? Okay, so empty lake, yes, and the camera activates on a loud noise. And do you have any evidence that, you know, proves that Mr. Buzz wasn't just hearing things? And I think this is the evidence. The camera took a picture before the midnight because it heard this gunshot that also Larry Buzz heard. So we're gonna go with this one. Like that. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hard, with her automatic camera. Timestamp on the photo reads December 24, 11:50 PM. Yes, the picture that we thought was completely useless and pointless now comes to play and plays a big role in proving this theory right. So, oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. Yes, indeed. And, let's see. The camera was set to go off in response to a loud noise. Why was there like a random lag right there? Anyways, I don't know. Let me check my... Whoa! Why was this... Yes. Hopefully the music wasn't... Yes, definitely that was too low. I have no idea. I'm sorry about that. Okay, now it should be fine. I was wondering why the music was so low. And it is really weird. Why... How did... I haven't tampered with these settings at all, and now suddenly it just went lower than it usually is. I am terribly sorry about that. Anyways, let's go back to proving the point. So, the camera was set off to respond in loud noises. Yes. Oh! That's right, correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 PM. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, I still love you. How did the song go? I don't remember. I'm rambling far too much in this episode already. There was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. Order! Double order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far, yes. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what happened the night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were two sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another 50 minutes after midnight. Snap! Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Oi! What's wrong, Nick? I have it! I have it! I don't really have it yet, but I will have it soon, hopefully. Remember the case with the steel samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the... Murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya! Is... If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right, I mean, safe. We already got a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know. Let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Boom. Okay, go run up. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Order! What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Sir, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Nope! Wrong! Wanna karma? A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Ho 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 ho! Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on the lake. Okay. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. Doom. There was a gunshot fired on the boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, finger snap. The guilty party has to be on the other man. Has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp of the on the photo says 12:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Boom. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? I'm Sparla, thank you very much. Explain who this is sitting on the boat. Okay. The murderer and Hammond, Edgeworth and the murderer. Edgeworth and Hammond. Let me see. It's, I would say, in this picture right here. Wait a minute, when was this photo taken, first of all? I don't wanna... Okay, here's the photo. That was... this was the one, double action all the way. Yes. Double picture. Across the screen. Taken automatically on... Yes, 12:15. So... I'm gonna go with murderer and Hammond, yes. Edgeworth and Hammond. Edgeworth and the murderer. Cause I'm pretty sure, if I just remember this correctly. Well, we can get some penalties. It was a murderer and Robert Hammond. Actually, what are you saying? I contradict what you just said to the dog. Yes, oh. And defendant Mr. Edgeworth admitted to being that boat. Oh yes, you're right. Crash and burn. Penalty time. Yes. Boom. Ugh. Okay, it wasn't those guys. But I don't know. I'm just again jumping ahead of conclusions, and then also being just dumb. But if the well, of course, if we're gonna go with that logic, then it should be Edgeworth and Murderer. Because you know, if that guy, this case just keeps on getting weirder and weirder. Edgeworth and the Murderer. Yes, of course. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond in 1150, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Now I'm wondering too. Order! What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. Doom. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name, yes, right, it's... Miles Edgeworth, lots of hard. I don't know. From these options, I don't know is the best option. Actually, I didn't know the murderer's name. What? You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time. Doom. Objection. I don't know because he never told us. What? The murderer is the caretaker of the boatshop. That old man. Doom. Oh, at 1150 he was the one who killed Robert Hammond, the caretaker of the boatshop. Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why wouldn't he have to go all the way out to the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not in a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? I guess I have to show it now. Yes. So the assumed scene of the crime is like around somewhere here. And I guess, you know, it would be this shack right here. I'm gonna present that. Here, of course, the boatshop, where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Excellent. You have proof that the boatshop was the scene of the crime. Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Oh, epic music. I love it. This is one of my favorites, this explaining music, which I don't remember the name of again. What a shame. Anyways, rambling. Too much rambling, too much. That night he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. Yes. He finds it and returns the boat. Yes, Larry was searching for the friggin' whatchamacallit, Steel Samurai balloon. Then just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. Good, Your Honor. Doom. Mr. Wright. What happened that night on God Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Durr. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got into the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Well, it must have been the boatshop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot it twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Ah, details, details. Note this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanation is the moment you lose. Snap. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Because the first shot missed, or to create a witness. To create a witness, of course. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. Whoa, what a theory! I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that the one of the men on the boat had shot the other, yes. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. Boom. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boatshop caretaker swam back to his shop and then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body. And then threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. ... I didn't understand a single word you said. Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before. The boatshop caretaker, quickly! Order! Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Blah. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Mr. Wright said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually, yes. Several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at the midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff. We are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? Why did you guys let him go so soon? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. What an interesting turn of events. Mr. Von Keimer, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow. The final day is allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find the witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, I want to know, and I want to know who he is. Okay. Very well. Court is adjourned. Doom. Whoa! Well, that was really interesting. And I think this is a pretty good spot to call it for the day. And next time when we come back, we are hoping that the police are going to find the caretaker. And then we are going to find out more information about this case that keeps on getting more weird and weird at the moment. So, until the next time, this is the Flaming Spade signing out. Peace.